All right, so I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about so far today our 5 easy steps to formulation, but let's kind of go back and kind of cover what they are and how we use them and how to get to where we're going. So first things first, and kind of basic first step to coloring is determining their natural level. So that's what this first one is natural level, determining where they fall in the Kenra book natural level wise. So what I like to do is take out the first page of our N series, pop it out, and see where they fall just with our level system. It doesn't matter if you're looking, kind of look past the gold, look past the red, look past the beige. All you're looking for is where they fall on the 1 to 10 level system with Kenra, okay? Just find their natural level. Then you're going to determine the desired level. Where are you going? What shade do they want to be? And with the vast variety and options and versatility of the Kenra portfolio, you'll have countless options of where you're headed to. Then you'll determine what volume developer you should use. So most people would think, boom, I'm done. I have my formulation. These 3 things above are the things that we kind of stop at. We look at our desired level, our natural level, our percentage, our volume of developer, and then we stop. Well, there are 2 other factors that come into play, and that's percentage of gray and underlying pigment. And those 2 suckers will really come to bite you in the butt if you don't pay attention to those in your color formulation. If you factor those into your 5 easy steps, that takes the guesswork out of your formulation so that you aren't kind of biting your nails waiting to see how it turns out. You'll be 100% confident you're getting the results that you're after every single time using this process. So let's kind of go over some examples. This is all found in your color manuals that you have in your seats on page 21. So if you want to look at the 5 easy steps, it's right there with your color manual. I always keep these in my back room where we mix our color so that they're available for my stylist to pull out to have all the tools that we're talking about. They'll be right at your fingertips. So if anybody you need them, you can pull your color manual out, flip to whatever page you need, and you'll have all of it right there at your fingertips. So let's say you have a client coming in and she is a natural level 4, okay? And she wants to go to a 5B, not going far. So this should be pretty easy. And she has 0% gray, and since we're just going up 1 level, underlying pigment isn't going to bother us this time. So pretty easy formulation, right? What volume developer do you think we would use just going from a level 4 to a level 5? Right, 20 volume, because we just need 1 level of lift. So in ounces, we'll say we need 1 ounce of 5B with 1 ounce of 20 volume processing for 30 minutes. Okay? Everybody on board? Everybody, this makes sense? Let's do another one. Let's keep it pretty easy again, just so everybody can kind of see what we're talking about. So let's say this person is a level, let's say she's a level 7. And she wants to be a 6RB. So let's say she has no gray, and since we're just depositing, underlying pigment's not going to come into factor here, so that should make it pretty easy. So what do you think developer-wise? What volume do you think? We're going 1 shade darker and adding some tone. Right, I would say just 10 volume. So our formulation again would be pretty easy. Maybe 1 ounce of 6RB with 1 ounce of 10 volume. No gray, so processing 30 minutes. Okay? So let's get a little more tricky here. Let's say we have a client coming in and she's a level 4. Okay? And she wants to be a 5G. And let's say she's got 50% gray. And since we're going one shade, underlying pigment is not important. Okay, so if she's a natural level 4 and we're going to a 5G, it's not a long journey. We're just lifting up one shade. And she's got 50% of gray in her hair, so what volume developer do you think we're going to use? Let's start there. Right, 20 volume. So now, after we discussed earlier adding our N series into our formulation for gray coverage, what do you think our formulation would be? What would we need to add to this? Right, so we would do ½ an ounce of 5N plus ½ an ounce of 5G with 1 ounce of 20 volume. And then now that we're covering gray, how long do you think we should process? Right, so we'd go 40-minute process time. Does that make sense to everybody? Great. Let's do one more just to make sure everyone is retaining the information. Are there any questions? Anybody got anything to stop us for? Everybody good? Good. Okay, so let's say this client is a level 4 and she wants to be a 7B. So we're going to be lifting 3 levels, and we know that that's going to mean our underlying pigment is gold. And she doesn't have any gray. So now she's a natural level 4 and we're going to a level 7. So which volume developer do you think we should use? 30 or 40, okay, depending on the client's hair texture. So this would come where you would look back at your consultation with your client and you would say to yourself, okay, what was her hair? What did it feel like? Is she, thin to fine? Or is she more fine to normal? Is she thick and coarse and unruly? Depending on those factors will determine whether you're going to use 30 or 40 volume in this formulation. Personally, let's say that she has crazy unruly hair. I'm going to say you're going to need 40 volume because she's got really a rough texture to her hair. And with no gray, you've got to take this underlying pigment into consideration. So she wants to be a 7 beige. So that's a pretty cool color. So you really have to work at counteracting that gold as you're coming up. So working in ounces, let's keep it pretty easy. You could add, let's say 1 ounce of 7A, 1 ounce of 7B, and your 40 volume would be 2 ounces. And no gray, so you'd process 30 minutes. Now, since you're lifting and you want to control that gold, that warmth, with the Kenra color portfolio being so versatile, you could have really added in the double ash, the 7AA. You could have added in a little bit of the silver metallics or the violet metallics, depending on how much of that gold you really wanted to control or how much you could see in the client's hair that you knew that you were going to have to work out. So as you can see, using the 5 easy steps to formulation are just that. They are 5 easy steps to get you to your formulation that's going to give you unmatched results every single time with amazing gray coverage and saturation that's going to give you long-lasting shine with low ammonia and gentle formulations. It's literally amazing.